The mind believes its end is the end, because there's a belief that this body and this mind are the creators of consciousness, that consciousness arises as a product of mind and body. So there is an underlying assumption that the end of mind, the end of ego, is the end of myself. When we live in identification with thought, with body, we live under this assumption that when this ends, what I am, is gone. So this is the process, right? Acceptance and self-inquiry is to recognize that what I essentially am, even now, right here, right now, the one that is aware, right now, it's not Neil. Neil is actually an object within me. Neil is an object within awareness. Neil, you can say, is the most intimate experience you have. But Neil is not the controller of consciousness. Neil is not the operator of consciousness. Neil, in Neil's world, are projections within consciousness. So this process is about recognizing what I am, and thereby just dissolving little by little the layers and layers of conditioning, the belief in mind and body, the belief that I am this mind and this body. So it will never be enough to understand this intellectually, but through genuine practice of recognizing that even in this moment, when we go through, the way that we have been going through it, go through the simple analysis of what is this me that is aware right now. So in the past, and obviously, if you want it in detail, I recommend going through the lectures again. But we deduct that the body cannot be what I is, right? The body, maybe you can call it an extension, but the body is not what I essentially am, because the body is perceived to change, to constantly come and go. Right? The body is, so if you look at it very impersonally, what is there to the body other than image and a bunch of sensations, which are constantly changing? And it doesn't take much analysis to know that the body has changed so much. So what I essentially am is deeper than, more prior to than the body. And then the next layer comes then, okay, mind, thoughts. This cannot be what I am, because this itself is constantly being perceived to change, come and go. I feel like, okay, I am alive, I am aware, and if I'm not thought, if I'm not body, then what is this I? So if you just close your eyes and you see this sense of just knowing mind, knowing body, still just occurring right now. It's happening effortlessly. Is anyone making an effort to be aware? Even if you're fully mind identified in this moment, are you making any effort to just be alive, be aware right now? Or is it just happening? So that one that is alive, that one that is sensed as me, that one that is sensed as I, what is that? So we've done the analysis that it cannot be thought, it cannot be body, But it is not enough to know what it is not. We must investigate what it actually is. And here, let go of any labels or any concepts you have learned. See that there is a quality of aliveness here. The sense of knowing. So even if a thought arises and tries to label this practice or whatever, or label what I am in whatever way, notice that even that thought is it is known. There is a knowing of that thought, which is also happening simultaneously, automatically, effortlessly. This knowing of that is occurring of this, it is intimately felt as I am the one knowing it. This knowing, this awareness, can you, in your experience right now, can you locate it? Can you find any dimensions to it where you can kind of point to it or describe it in any way? It is very, very obvious. I'm sure everybody right now on the call, even like someone who's never done self-inquiry, can say that like it is very obvious that I am aware. This awareness is here. And we've just kind of done the analysis that it is subtler than body and mind. It is what I am more than the body and the mind. And even the thought that arises as I am Neil or I am Sunny, that claims that I am this, it is still actually known by this deeper knowing, this deeper awareness. And this deeper knowing, we can't seem to find any qualities of it. We can't seem to point to it in experience. We can't seem to see where it begins, where it ends. There's just a sense that I am knowing. So we cannot find any limitations to it whatsoever in our direct experience. So forget about conceptualizing. Forget about, oh, but it may be in the future. No, just right now in experience. If you genuinely look, you cannot find any sort of qualities, any form, any limitation. So by saying all these things, we are by definition saying that what we are discovering, that I am, that this awareness is unlimited. It is infinite. That which has no form, that which has no qualities, that which cannot be objectively perceived, it is not a finite thing. And yet at the same time, it is also felt as what I am. So even in this precise moment, I am that. Before I am Sunny or I am Neil, I am. And now this may arise. So simply seeing this, that I am already this, and right now maybe it's just a subtle sort of analysis and a recognition that is kind of becoming more clear that what this one is infinite. It has no beginning. It has no end. So this may just be little by little dawning on us, but really see the implications of this finding. It is not anything it's not something small. It's very, very significant. Because not only are we finding that it has no quality, it has no form, it is unlimited in nature, we're also finding that this is what is sensed to be myself, essentially. So I already am awareness. And if I am unlimited, then can I be ended? See, this one, mind, body, this one projects that it has an end, because this one does end. But do I end? Is there an end to me? Is there even a beginning to me? I am. I is. Whereas this comes and goes. So it is just dwelling in this seeing of what I am that starts to thin away the layers of identification with this. And this goes right hand in hand with the way we started this call, by saying that you are already this. You don't have to become this. You don't have to achieve this. Because let's just say you do 5 hours of self-inquiry sitting in a quiet room in order to finally get to this state of, oh, I am this awareness. And now let's just say you open your eyes and the world rushes back in and thoughts rush back in. Did you cease to be that just because now a lot of stuff came in? Or is that still the source of your perceiving? Is that still the source of knowing? You never know really through this. Because see, again, just because the thoughts and the world kind of rushes back in, now maybe the belief now starts again that I am this, so I am Neil, aware of the world. But this is incorrect. I still am this. So in a very, very simple way to explain this too, which we've kind of done a simple sort of seeing that we've done before, whereas like right now with the eyes open, there's a sense that I, Sunny, am seeing outside world. The moment the eyes closed, eyesight stops, outside world stops. But the seeing, the knowing, still is going on. This knowing, does it stop when the eyes open? Or is it in this knowing that you see the eyes open or closed? So even sight is known by this. Sight comes in and goes out, but this one does not. This one is the one that knows that sight is there and not there. Sound is there and not there. This deeper perceiving, this deeper awareness, to which the senses report, does that one ever go away? Regardless of how many thoughts are here, regardless of if you're in a war zone. That is the from where you are aware, even right now. So one powerful thing that you can do is actually just let go of belief in this one. Even if it's intellectual for now, just let go of belief that I am just this. And knowingly, to the best of your ability, to whatever degree you resonate with this teaching or it feels like you understand it, let that take care of itself. You don't have to work hard to understand this. But to whatever degree you can, right now, knowingly be just that seeing. Okay? Not do awareness, just be. Be that right now. Rather than being Neo or being Sunny, just be. Because this one remains. And it will become clear to you more and more that this one remains. Even the intense fear of death arises and is known in what? By what? I am here. Everything's fine, right? Whatever. Fear of death, it comes out of nowhere. So let's look at it like this. I, always here, present. The only thing that is aware is awareness itself, I. I know the fear's absence, then the fear arises strongly. Then I know its presence, and then the fear kind of fades away over time. Then I know fear's departure, its absence again. So the I that knows, the self that knows, did that one go anywhere? Was that one challenged by the fear? Because see, who does fear torment? Fear only torments the idea you have of yourself. Because we believe that I am this one suffers the fear of death and a million other things. Knowingly being this, see if fear can touch you. Or if the fear itself just becomes another image, another impersonal image, which you see and passes. So not only see the fear, but see for whom is actually relevant. Who cares to be rid of the fear? Is that one myself? Or is even that one just a subtler perception that is also observed to come and go? I am already this. And just like a movie screen, which does not burn when there's fire portrayed on it, just like that, no matter how much your physical body went through all these things, no matter what happened in your life, no matter if you have the craziest of diseases, is your capacity to just be aware of was that ever hindered? Even the awareness with which you know a deep illness, the illness and the health, that changes, that comes and goes. But does the awareness of it, the knowing of it, is that ever damaged? Is that ever different? Is the knowing of illness, the knowing itself, okay, not the illness, the knowing itself, is that different than the knowing of good health? So that is what we really mean to say by the screen analogy. Ultimately, it's all a concept, but try to see what it really is kind of pointing you to. So the one that suffers all these images and perceptions is itself, not myself. Is itself is just, you can say, the most subtlest of thoughts. The subtle thought, the I, the one that claims to be myself. But be even more subtle in your seeing. Be even the presence within which this arises. Abide as just the watcher of it.